Let's look at some spring highlights here. We got a spring practice today. We looked at the quarterbacks for a second. You have Jaden Daniels, Garrett Nussmeier having a little hiccup here in the beginning. Their stationary drills, their normal warm-ups. But looking at Jaden, he looks a lot more balanced. He looks like he's got a lot more calming footwork. He's going to be able to stay in the pocket, get some balls down the field, get the wide receivers active, Malik Neighbors, Kyron Lacey, even Aaron Anderson when he comes back from injury. Taking a look at Garrett Nussmeier, he's a solid backup. He's definitely going to have great success as a starter when Jaden leaves next year. He's going to be set right in line to take that torch and go ahead and create the offensive consistency that Denbrock and Coach Kelly are ultimately looking for. And looking at Ricky Collins, he's going to be able to transition the same way Nussmeier will, as he's going to have a great role model in Nussmeier to teach him, the ins and outs of college football, as well as Joe Sloan. Joe Sloan's put a lot of guys in pretty good position. I'd say you can even credit him a bit for Walker Howard and the success that he saw in Ole Miss's spring game. But looking at Ricky, he doesn't have much to work on as a freshman. His fundamentals and his throw motion, it's pretty solid for someone as young as he is. As he gets stronger, he'll get better. Let's switch it over to the running back room. Still pretty thin. You don't have Armani Goodwin. You don't have John Emery. Don't have Josh Williams. But you do have Noah Kane. You have Trey Holly. And you're going to see a lot of newer guys, a lot of freshmen, a lot of newcomers hop in the spring game and try to earn their reps and make a name for themselves in the running back room in the spring game, as this is one of our more thin positions. All in all, I'd expect Noah Kane to pretty much establish himself as running back, 2 or 3 here, because he's been pretty consistent and reliable at this position when that's kind of been a commodity here for Frank Wilson and Mike Denbrock. I think the running back room is one of the areas of LSU's offense that they're going to have to continue to work on, because that's another thing that's contingent on the offensive line success. Something that was kind of questionable last year, as they had a lot of different combinations, kind of didn't hit their stride to the end, and we're hoping they can continue that into this next season. Another area of the line that I think is phenomenal, though, defensive line. Very strong, a lot of potential, and last year in the absence of Maason Smith, a lot of guys grew astronomically. Savion Jones, Mekhi Wingo, Jacobian Gilroy. These guys got in there, got the reps. They were starters. But the return of Maason Smith is going to ease that pressure. He looked really fluid today. We didn't get to see much. We didn't get to see much contact. We just kind of got to see some drills, but he looked comfortable. It's been about 7 months since the tear, but all in all, I'd say he hasn't missed a beat. He's still extremely fast, and that's a blessing, especially after an injury like that, to be able to still trust your body, trust yourself, and to go out there, perform at that high level, that professional level, the potential best defensive lineman at college football level. It speaks volumes about the game Maason Smith possesses. Moving on to guys like Jacobian Gilroy, other areas of the defensive line, they're building their strength. They're getting big. Even through the departure of Coach Jamar Cain, they're going to be able to keep their consistency together. I think this will be the heart and soul of the defense. This will be what creates that shutout effect that Matt House is going to bring. Defensive line is going to bring the intensity. They're going to push the pace. They're going to, beat that drum and stop the run, hopefully, all season. And that was probably the last leg of the defense they needed to secure. Run game kind of affected LSU in areas like Tennessee, A&M, even Ole Miss a little bit. If you can secure that one aspect of the game, I think this entire upcoming season is going to be much easier than last season's was. And if you can go to the conference championship last year in year 1, in year 2, no telling how far you go. Team drills, you got to see guys like Denver Harris work into their new roles. I think, seeing Denver Harris take more snaps due to the injuries that happened, unfortunately, at the safety positions and other DB positions. You got Greg Brooks, who went down. Major Burns is down right now. So guys like Deuce, JK, they're going to get in, and this is where they get to cut their teeth as well. Spring game is going to be for the newer guys who need to make a name for themselves, like Toviano, like even a guy like Jacobian Gilroy, who wants to solidify some more of those minutes and stay on the field just as much as he did last year. Omar Spates is out here with Harold Perkins, kind of showing off what that new linebacker room will look like. All in all, though, Greg Brooks, I think he looks like he's pretty healed from that injury, and I expect him to play during the spring game. I appreciate you watching the video. Make sure to hit subscribe, hit the like button, comment something you saw in the video that I didn't speak on, or what you're looking forward to me covering when we break down the spring game.